What's up, y'all? We back. Let's talk about two things: Host Squad and prison food. Now, when I say prison food, we ain't talking about all prison food. We're talking about one type of food in particular. It's this meat that they serve us. Now, the meat don't taste bad or nothing like that, but it's stringy, kind of like roast beef, but it don't taste like roast beef. But it's stringy like roast beef. And I'm going to just be real. We always called it horse meat. So, let me tell you this story. We on Host Squad. And when we on Host Squad, we be out here from the morning time, sometime when it's dark, to high noon. It's hot as hell. So, the way we ride out here most of the time is we got these carts, like a wagon, but then it's lined up like a train. So you have sections, and you might have 6, 7, 8 sections getting pulled by a tractor. Now every section might have 10 to 20 people piled up in it. So we like a train. Now, depending on where we working it on the prison these days, or what the Host Squad riders or whatever they got going on, is how long this ride gonna be, how fast it's gonna be, how slow it's gonna be. Sometimes we out here speeding trying to get there. And we be like, God damn, they finna work the shit out of us. They mad about something going on. Sometimes we be at a snail pace just cruising, barely moving. We be like, oh man, it's one of them days. I'm talking about we might drive around the whole compound 2, 3 times. I mean, we might be riding about an hour or two before we jump out and do any work. Be a good day. On this particular day, we worked our ass off. Now, let me tell you how this go. Most time when you on Host Squad, for that lunch, you're not going to come back in the barracks and eat lunch. You're going to eat out there. So what they're going to do is, if you ever seen the movie Life, on lunch call, everybody going to fall out the field. Sometimes, most times, you fall out the field. Find like a little wooded area where some tree line, it hit that tree line. You ain't going off in the woods. But get up under some shade, you know what I'm saying? Everybody sit down, they got the cart come through. They going to pull, got ice cold water in it. You got little paper cups, get you know what I'm saying? Unless you brought your little cup out there with you to take some water while you work in a bottle or something. So, the sandwiches is usually going to be like bologna or salami or something like that. The bread going to be like what we always eat, potato bread. And it's soft. Sometimes it be hard. It'll just crumble on your head, but that's what you got for lunch. You got 2 sandwiches and some water. So, you get your little 2 sandwiches, you eat them, and we should talk for about 30, 45 minutes to an hour when it's back to work. You work for the rest of the day, and then you come in, and you know what I'm saying, you go to the shower and whatnot. So, on this day, we go out there, we done work, and we done work, and we done work, and we done work the hell out of us. Gave us these little stale sandwiches, man, and ice cold stale water. Like, the thing, it'd be a big old metal thing full of water. And even though it be cold, sometimes this water tastes like this water been in here 6, 7 years. Like, bro, how often do y'all put water in this thing? How long we been sitting here? Because this ain't the office fountain where we go by and nah, man, this thing big. It's the size of a car. We've been drinking this water too damn long, bro. You can clean this thing out, bringing the tube out. But, so when Host Squad get ready to be over, we all pile up in the things connected to the tractor. Dude, pull off. The Host Squad riders be on horses. So, they be on their horses 9 times out of 10. They running back and forth up against the trailer. They walking side by side, talking to people. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be cool. Trying to see what they're going to get some information out of, whatever. So, that's what they do. Now, on this particular day, we cruising along. We ain't speeding. But we ain't just at a snail pace neither. We just cruising. We cruising. So we all chopping it up. All of a sudden, we watch, and the Host Squad riders broke out in the race. They racing back and forth. They run these horses. These two will run back through them. They'll come on back down. And what they doing, they circling the wagons. And you come back and you meet back up with the rest of the horses, that's who win. So then, boom, they run somebody else. They'll take off, come back around, boom. So they doing this, they running by, doing tricks. He got the horse jumping up and all this stuff. He had the horse bumping and jumping. And I'm talking about this been going on about an hour while we riding back to the unit. So when we get back to the unit, we pull up, it's like a dirt road right in front of the prison. You pull up, and it's like all these wagons and tractors gonna pull up and line up. And it's like VIP, like you going to the club. Everybody got to get out. By this time, the whole squad rider should be up by the door. Someone was telling me, all right, y'all get out and go. So they going to get out and go. You got whole squad riders patting them down, making sure you ain't trying to bring no weapons or nothing back in, you know what I'm saying? So while we line up, they ain't letting nobody off the wagon shit. The whole squad riders is still racing. They zoom. They running back and forth from down the dirt road in front of the person. Go back down. Somebody else. So on this last race, or what ended up being the last race, they get down there and they struck out. And they ran all the way down. They coming back. The horse just out of nowhere, he reared up, threw the whole squad right off. Boom. So when the whole squad on the ground, he came back down. The horse came back up, and just fell over to the side. Landed right on the whole squad rider, broke a leg. He over there screaming, got a horse on it. Kind of like in the movie Django. But anyway, the horse is down there, and I'm telling you, the horse's legs is like this. Like, they in the air. They didn't collapse down like on the side and nothing. Dude's legs is like this, just in the air. And I'm like, man, bro, the horse just died. And people like, man, what you mean he died, man? Wasn't he dead? I said, bro, that horse dead, bro. I said, man, look at his legs, man. If he was asleep, his legs would have fell to the ground. The horse's legs still up in the air. His body done locked up and seized up. He out of there. I said, man, that horse, his heart just bust, bro. This man literally ran that horse into his heart bust. And he did. But the reason I'm telling y'all this story is because when I tell you for like 3 weeks straight, every meal, well, not breakfast, but lunch and dinner, we was eating this stringy meat. And everybody was like, bro, they feeding us that damn horse, bro. But I'm telling you, the only reason why I don't think it was the horse is because we was eating that shit so long. I'm like, man, nigga, we'd have been to 850 horses by now, bro. Nigga, we been eating this shit about 3 weeks, nigga. This ain't no one damn horse, nigga. All the meat wouldn't have been like this, no way. But I used to tell the motherfucker, nigga, I ain't tripping. You eat a cow, you can eat a horse. What? You eat a chicken, you eat a duck. Right? You eat a duck, you eat a swan. Yeah, they right eating pigeons. Come on now. I'm just saying. But, man, yeah, I tripped on that, man. They was feeding us that string ass meat. I was eating, I ain't gonna lie. That was a barn here. Like when I first got to jump, my box wasn't jumping like it had got to be jumping later on. But even if it was, there wasn't a goulash or none of that. That was meat. I been making sandwiches. Anyway, we're going in this, man. Y'all do everything the long way, not the wrong way.